what is the big deal about deep work? Yes, it's a buzzy word. It's just so rare these days, right? We think that being busy, being productive, we think that's what work is, and that's what work should look like. Society has told us that's what work should look like. I believe that deep work is valuable because it's actually a state of flow. Deep work and the state of flow, actually, in fact, is about when you lose your sense of time, you surrender to the present moment, and you just get lost in like what you're doing because you truly love what you're doing and you're just lit up by it. You're committed in the task that you're doing, and you have no distractions. And I think that flow is like so satisfying, right? It's almost like meditation where you, again, are in the present moment, you lose sense of time, you surrender, you're just kind of buzzing. And it's been shown that flow can kind of replicate that feeling of self-awareness, and where you kind of grow in terms of inspired work and elevating your energy and your frequency from flow. And I think you have to create an environment that will foster flow or deep work. I think they're pretty interchangeable. I'd be curious what your opinion is and the difference. Probably flow can be anything, like mountain climbing, skydiving. Usually it's athletic, described for athletes, because you kind of have to concentrate on only one thing. And usually in sports, like extreme sports, you have a very big sense of flow because you have to survive. You have to make sure that you kind of get through it. And so you have to concentrate only, have no distractions, and focus on that. Whereas deep work, we are kind of like athletes where we are focusing on the task at hand. We're losing our sense of time. We're just kind of just concentrating. I think you have to create an environment that fosters those conditions, that allows deep work. No distractions, right? Putting your phone away. Sometimes I take a sticky note and just put it over my computer clock so I don't keep track of the minutes. Like, oh, I've lost 10 minutes, just like got lost in the rabbit hole of the internet. Or, oh, I should have made more progress in these last 10 minutes, or judging ourselves against time. And I think also creating a condition for deep work is removing yourself from your usual environment, right? Getting away, closing the door to your office or to a room, going on a retreat, getting away to a different location. It's again, removing the distractions, but also removing your usual routine and environment where you might get distracted or you might be interrupted. And finally, I think that again, there's like allowing a space that and an environment that gives you the space and time for focus. I've started to train myself that if I put on a certain type of music, movie or instrumental or kind of almost machine generated music, to me that signals work because I've trained myself, and I always put it on when I do deeper focused work. And now it's like, boom, I can kind of get there faster. So there's all these like little tips and experiments that you could do to nurture that. But I think that it's finding your own way of creating that environment and fostering deep work and creating a space that nurtures that and allows it. Again, we're so conditioned with social media and technology these days that, again, we think interruptions, Slack, email, how many social media inboxes can we have, right? So we think we're so used to constantly getting notified, interruptions, distractions, that deep work is not really possible in those conditions, right? It's just rare. And that's what I started saying at the beginning, it's a rare thing. And concentrating and finding space and time to do more focused work, the harder work that requires a lot of brain energy, honestly, it's just rare, and you have to almost hack an environment that will allow that. If you're interested in space, time, tips for how to kind of get into flow more easily or deep work, then follow me at Jen_9th house. Check out 9thhousestudios.com. Thanks so much.